Now, in high definition, coverage you can count on. This is WTVM News Leader 9.
Leaders of Girls Inc. are fighting to keep the Girard Center open. We break down what it will take to keep the local building up and running. Plus, the local Red Cross is in desperate need of blood donations. We'll tell you how you can help save a life.
And just a few storms in progress out there this afternoon. Still warm. We'll talk more about what to expect for the rest of the week and the weekend coming up for you.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight for News Leader 9 at 6. I'm Barbara Goche. Jason is off tonight. Topping our news, a South Columbus staple for young girls in our area is on the verge of closing its doors. Tonight, parents and counselor Bruce Huff are in a mad dash to raise big bucks to keep it open. News Leader 9's Rosalind Giles has details on the fundraising efforts. Rosalind?
Robert, we're being told the money is coming in slowly, but this is something the parents committed to do when they heard the board's plan to close Girls Inc. Girard Center on Clover Lane back in May. Counselor Bruce Huff says he's helping as well, reaching out to local businesses and hoping the Columbus community will come together and assist the parents raise the $100,000 needed to continue operating the facility.
So $100,000 is a lot for this particular group of parents, but it's not a lot for this community. That's why we're reaching out to the community to say, if you haven't seen the facility, come by. The girls are happy, the girls are safe. It is a form of crime prevention.
Now, the girls are very involved in various activities. While we were there today, we saw kids engaging in cup stacking, computer building skills, and sewing. But the fundraising efforts will continue for the next 5 years at $100,000 each year, with a 3% increase annually. Now, on Saturday, the center is holding a march and open house at the Girard Center on Clover Lane from 11 a.m. to 5. If you would like to donate to the center, you can contact Counselor Bruce Huff. That number is 706-322-8713. Barbara?
All right, Rosalind, thank you. Autopsy results have just been released in the investigation of a baby who was left in a hot SUV for 7 hours. This is up near Atlanta. The autopsy found the 22-month-old died of hypothermia, and the manner of death is homicide. Meanwhile, a new arrest warrant says the boy's father returned in the middle of the day to put something in the vehicle where the child was still strapped in the back seat. The new warrant also downgrades one charge against 33-year-old Justin Ross Harris from first-degree child cruelty to second-degree. Harris also faces a felony murder charge and is being held without bond. Harris claims he forgot his child was in that back seat.
And the radar fairly quiet out there on this Wednesday. A few storms we're tracking, though, down in Barber County. Most of these just to the north of the city of Eufaula, and those are tracking to the east and southeast, so we'll be watching those for you. But most everyone else dry and rather warm. Temperatures back in the 80s today, 88 in Columbus, 91 over in Montgomery, 87 for Auburn, and 89 down in Albany. Here's that forecast for the next few hours. We'll keep the chance of rain and storms in there just in case, but most folks stay dry and warm and muggy as we go through the rest of your Wednesday. Don't forget about the WTVM Fan Club. If you have a new or gently used fan, I hope you can donate it to any of the 6 Gills Auto Sales locations across the Chattahoochee Valley. Barbara, back over to you.
All right, Derek, thank you. Tonight, new information in the murder of 25-year-old Tyshawn McCray. The Auburn man was last seen on May 1st. His body was found in the trunk of a car, shot to death in a Clayton County, Georgia parking lot. News Leader 9's Elizabeth White has the very latest live now from our East Alabama newsroom. Elizabeth?
Good afternoon, Barbara. Tonight, investigators say they do tell me they have a few persons of interest in the case and are awaiting forensic evidence. Still, they are not ready to call them suspects or make an arrest in the case just yet. It has been nearly 2 months since McCray's sisters learned he was found shot to death in the trunk of their car in Clayton County, Georgia. And tonight, the sisters tell me they believe they know who is responsible and they are seeking justice for their baby brother.
God sits high, he looks low. He knows. You know that God knows. He's giving you grace and mercy right now, but you're going to get it. Yeah. You're going to get it. He sees you.
The sisters believe their brother was killed in a robbery. They are asking the community to help them find justice for their brother by providing information to police. And investigators with the Clayton County, Georgia Police Department say they are awaiting again some forensic evidence, and the hope is to very soon make an arrest in this murder case. Now again, if you do have any information at all that may help police track down his killer, you're asked to please give them a call, and of course you can remain anonymous. Reporting in East Alabama, Elizabeth White, WTVM News Leader 9.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you. Meantime, a Columbus man is recovering after being shot in the face early this morning. It happened inside his home on the 3200 block of 6th Avenue. News Leader 9's Brittany Dion joins us now with details on why this may not have been the first time this particular man was targeted. Brittany.
Well, Barbara, it seems the victim has been singled out before due to a sign hanging in the window of his home asking for whoever stole his guitar to please return it. Around 3 this morning, the 21-year-old man was once again attacked. The victim told police he was sleeping in the living room of his home on 6th Avenue when someone forced their way in and beat him up. However, police tell me x-rays show the victim was actually shot in the face, not beat up. The victim is unable to say if anything was stolen. I spoke with his neighbor who says the victim usually keeps to himself and does not cause trouble.
The only time that I see him is when he's riding past. Like I'm on my way to school, I just see him drive past. I don't actually know him. It's a random thing, like it just don't normally happen. I was up all night playing the game, but I didn't hear nothing.
Now, the victim's neighbor, Daniel Bradshaw, says he still feels safe in his home, which is a few doors down. He says he's shocked that this happened so close to his home. Authorities tell me the victim lives alone. Now, the victim is listed in stable condition at Midtown Medical Center. At this time, police do not have any suspects in custody. They tell me they are still working on getting more details from the victim. Now, that's the latest I have on this shooting. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you updates as they unfold. Back to you, Barbara.
All right, Brittany, thank you. A manufacturing plant in Phoenix City could have to pay tens of thousands of dollars in fines after claims that the plant put its workers in danger. All new at 6 tonight. Industrial Insulation Group is facing a $41,800 fine after federal authorities say it failed to protect workers from hazardous chemicals, including ones which can be harmful to eyes, skin, and kidneys. The U.S. Department of Labor is investigating the matter. An East Alabama family picks up the pieces tonight after a fire destroyed their home. Authorities say fire crews responded to the call around 9 a.m. on Lee Road 450, just off of Auburn Road in Phoenix City. News Leader 9's Tyrone McCoy arrived shortly after the fire was put out. Tyrone joins us live now in our newsroom with the very latest. Tyrone?
Well, Barbara, the Smith Station Fire Chief Bob Johnson tells me that at least 3 fire departments in the area worked together to quickly put out that fire. He says was fully involved when they got on the scene, and neighbors say they didn't hear anything.
When I walked down, the house was fully involved. All you could see was flames coming through the roof and everything.
Fire crews arrived just after 9 a.m. Wednesday morning to find flames bursting through the roof and windows of this home on Lee Road 450. Smith Station Fire Chief Bob Johnson tells us a full-on rage against the flames ensued.
Upon our first unit's arrival, we made a defensive attack, and we had to continue with a defensive attack until we had a knockdown so we could continue with an interior attack.
Johnson says after battling for more than half an hour, the fire was contained, and when the smoke settled, all that remained was a singed frame of what used to be a home on Lee Road 450.
I just feel sorry for him.
The homeowner returned shortly after to sift through rubble and debris. As he searched for his 4 missing cats, the owner quietly asked me to wrap up filming so that he could piece together whatever he could salvage. As I packed up to leave, neighbors stopped by to lend a hand to the folks next door.
If there's anything we can do to help them, we're here, we're available. All the neighborhood is.
Now, no one was injured in this morning's fire. At last word, the American Red Cross had been contacted to help this displaced family. Now, we have received several requests on our Facebook page as to how you or anyone else can make sure that you help out this family. We will have that information posted on our website, WTVM.com, immediately following this newscast. In the newsroom, Tyrone McCoy, WTVM News Leader 9. Back to you, Barbara.
All right, Tyrone, thank you. And coming up, how you can help save a life. Sarah?
Hey Barbara, you can always just head on over here to the American Red Cross Center located on 7490 Veterans Parkway. Give blood and save lives. I got the details coming up on News Leader 9 on this blood drive, so make sure you stick around.
All right, and your stocks in for today. The Dow Jones closing up 49 points. The NASDAQ also up today, 29 points.
You're watching News Leader 9 with Barbara Gauthier, Jason Dennis, meteorologist Derek Kincaid, and Dave Platt with sports.
Well, dangerously low blood supplies is a problem that local donation centers face every summer, but it's not a problem that is to be taken lightly. It could impact anyone needing surgery. Fewer people donate blood in the busy summer months as they head out for vacation. But we are here to help you out tonight. News Leader 9 and our sister station, Fox 54, hosting a blood drive for the American Red Cross today. It is not too late for you to save a life. Our Sarah Lim is live now at tonight's blood drive with more on how you can help. Sarah?
Hey, good evening, Barbara. I'm live here at the American Red Cross Center located on 7490 Veterans Parkway. So far, since noon till now, the Red Cross here has collected about up to 21 units of blood, which is really good news. Usually during summertime, they only see 8 to 9 people per day, but today they've seen more than 20 people. Now, the American Red Cross launched a new summer program nationwide to encourage more people to donate blood this summer. It's called 100 Days of Summer. It started on May 23rd and it'll go until August 31st. People can take pictures of video of them giving blood, and they can also put it on social media, which in turn can encourage their peers to give blood this summer as well. Check it out.
We need to try to collect, I would say, anywhere from 20 to 30 units if we could. You know, that would be a very good day for the donor center. On average, in here, since the summer has begun, we may see about 8 or 9 people. That's not a good number because, of course, when you look at it, we have a bigger need in the hospital, so it's hard to kind of supply the needs of the hospital when we don't have the people to come in.
Now, to donate blood, you have to be at least 16 years old with parental permission. You have to weigh at least 110 pounds, and you have to bring your photo ID. Make sure you drink plenty of water and eat a good meal before giving blood. Now, this center closes at 7 o'clock tonight. Make sure you still head on over here if you can. If you're still interested, you'll see our WTVM van right outside of the sign, so you know you can't miss this place. Also, make sure to visit our website at WTVM.com and click on the full story for more details on giving blood throughout the summer in our area. But for now, I'm live here at the American Red Center located on Veterans Parkway. I'm Sarah Lim for WTVM News Leader 9. Back to you.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Always a great idea if you can donate to do it. And you certainly cannot blame the weather for not getting out today. Beautiful day out there today, albeit hot, Derek.
That's right, Barbara. Most spots staying dry out there today. Check up highs this afternoon, mostly low 90s for the valley. We'll talk more about the rest of the weekend. The weekend coming up for you after the break.
Weather coverage you can count on from Storm Team 9 and the area's only live Doppler 9.
Well, we'll start you off with a view of our Weather Watch reports on this Wednesday. 90 from the Granthams and Smith Station, also 90 from John Morgan down there in Phoenix City. So most spots today getting back into the 90s after a day spent in the 80s yesterday, thanks to more clouds and a better coverage of showers and thunderstorms out there across the Chattahoochee Valley. Current temperatures 91 in LaGrange. It's also 91 in Alexander City. Fort Benning at 91, 88 here in Columbus, but 84 now in Eufaula, thanks to a nearby storm down there. And you factor in the humidity, feels a little hotter out there. 90 the heat index in Columbus, 93 at Fort Benning, and 95 the heat index down in Albany. Well, let's look at that trend for you over the next 24 hours. About the same kind of weather that we've really been seeing out there all week. We're going to drop back down in the low 70s tonight. Highs back in the low 90s tomorrow, and there will be that chance of a shower or storm in the forecast. And some really subtle changes coming up by the weekend will cause an increase in our temperatures. I think we'll be back in the mid-90s by Sunday on into next week. We'll show you that coming up. Here's the radar network view around the valley. Dry conditions for most everyone. Only a very small percentage of you seeing some rain. Some areas that are down here in Barber and Quitman counties, some showers and some storms now north of the city of Eufaula, north of the city of Georgia. Georgetown as well. You see a few lightning strikes on there for you too. So this is about the only area seeing really any measurable rain. Now, as we look at a Skycam view looking north from the city of Eufaula, you see that right there. That's a rain shaft. You can see how isolated these storms are. On either side of this, not really a lot happening, but we're looking right in to some of that heavy rain looking north out of the city. So up Highway 431, that's what we're looking at, a little storm down there. Hey, don't forget to stay informed with us too on our Facebook page and the website as well, WTVM.com/weather. Also, all kinds of social media options for you, Twitter and Instagram as well. Great ways to stay informed as we take you through the next few days. 71 our forecast low for tonight. Skies partly cloudy. How about 91 for a high tomorrow? Once again, a chance of showers and storms in the afternoon and evening. 69 for Auburn and Opelika. And in East Alabama tomorrow, the high temperature topping out at 88 degrees. But it gets warmer from here. The numbers coming up by the time we head into the weekend and early next week. Our rain coverages will stay about the same each day, about 30% or so. We know there will be showers. The problem is we don't know exactly where they're going to be as we take it through the next 7 days. So stay tuned. Have a way to track the rain and track the storms out there yourself as well, Barbara.
And just keep that umbrella with you.
And keep it with you.
Because the showers could rain on you. All right. Thanks, Derek.
All right.
Coming up, the Columbus Lions are gearing up for their final game of the regular season, and confidence is pretty high in the Lions' den after a playoff berth. Also, the NBA draft just a day away. We take a look at one college star that could hear his name called first. Sports is next.
Now, from Sports Leader 9, Kim Smith.
The Columbus Lions may have clinched a spot in the playoffs, but that doesn't ease the load as they wrap up the season on the road. The Lions have only one victory outside the Civic Center this season, coming from last week's game at the Alabama Hammers. Now they are prepping to face the Georgia Fire, a team that they beat earlier in the year by 37 points. But it's not a gimme for the Lions. They consider this week just as important as the semifinals that are looming. And the Lions' morale is different this time around after their dismal road stretch.
Confidence is a hard thing to beat. And, we talk about that a lot in the locker room, about, you let somebody believe that they can win, and it's a tough opponent. And I think it's getting to the point where we feel like, okay, we've spent all season long trying to find the pieces in the puzzle at every position, and we took a couple hits here and there. And I think at the receiving core, we're kind of where we're going to be. We always know we got the best fullback in the league, so that's a given. And then D-line-wise, we made a change here or there and got people in the right position, and it's just starting to gel.
The Lions take on the Georgia Fire on the road Saturday at 7:30 Eastern. In college football, Bob Stoops got the best of Nick Saban in the Sugar Bowl, and now he's not too far behind the Tide on the pay scale, raking in more than $5 million this year. Oklahoma's Board of Regents approved an enhanced contract for the Sooners head football coach. Stoops is the winningest coach in Oklahoma's history. He's set to make about $5,250,000 in 2014. The new changes will run through year 2020. Of course, Saban still sits at the top with $6.9 million. Stoops will make just a little more than the guys in the Lone Star State, Charlie Strong and Kevin Sumlin, who both make $5 million. And big-time contracts will be coming on Thursday as some college basketball players await to cash in on their talent. The NBA draft gets underway with the Cleveland Cavaliers with the #1 overall pick. Kansas forward Andrew Wiggins could be the guy they decide to take at the top of the board. The 6'8" forward averaged 17 points a game. Wiggins comes from a family with a lot of athleticism. His mom is a former Olympic track star, and his father also played in the NBA. Wiggins was amongst the slew of talented freshmen on the college basketball court this year, and he's just a few hours away from seeing a dream come true.
Tomorrow's a day that your destiny, everything changes, that all depends on the city you live in, where you can spend the rest of where you can spend the next 4 years. To the NBA, you're playing at the world's best, not just the best in the area, in the region, anything like that. You're playing against the best people in the whole world, so that's just motivation right there to be the best and to conquer just being one of the elite players at the highest level of basketball.
Definitely an exciting day. The 2014 FIFA World Cup continues with Group F, Argentina taking on Nigeria. In the 3rd minute, Angel Di Maria's attempt hits the post, rebounds, and who else? Of course, Lionel Messi powers it into the roof of the net, 1-0 Argentina. In the 46th minute, tied at 1, Messi just spectacular, curling in the free kick. Messi's double ties him with Brazil's Neymar for the World Cup's top scorer with 4 goals so far. Argentina wins it 3-2 over Nigeria.
That's your sports. Back to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. And Derek has a final check of your forecast when we come back. Well, 5 years ago, millions of Michael Jackson fans said goodbye to the King of Pop, and today we are celebrating his legacy here at WTVM in our own way. Watch this. Well, Jackson died in Los Angeles at the age of 50, but just last month he moonwalked across the Las Vegas stage as a hologram during the Billboard Awards. We had a fun time remembering Jackson as he moonwalked across our studio, as we moonwalked across our studio today. That was my attempt and all of our attempts at moonwalking and remembering Michael Jackson. Yeah, it was fun.
Wow. Good stuff there, guys.
Good stuff. Good weather today, too, huh?
Working up a sweat doing that stuff out there. Yeah, hot out there today, and we're going to stay warm over the next few days, even warmer by the weekends. We see those highs creeping back up into the mid-90s with that chance of a shower or storm with us just about any time during the afternoon or evening.
And you two had the good sense not to get involved in that, huh?
It just looks like me walking backwards if I try to move forward.
There's more. That's it for us tonight. World News tonight coming on next. So go Odie.